Greetings and salutations. We're looking at a 4th of July weekend potential for strong to severe storms. I'm not completely sold on the chance for a lot of severe weather, maybe one or two storms, and we're in a marginal risk, so that makes sense. But first, like and subscribe, please. That would be absolutely fantastic. If you hear booms in the background, it's because there's fireworks right outside of the station, which makes me jump every time I hear it. Like and subscribe, thank you. Okay, so how much rain are we looking at? Probably not a whole lot. And this is before 4th of July night. But, I mean, there's a chance. You can see there's maybe a little swath right here where we could see an inch or so. But most of the area is less than a quarter of an inch or a little above. But like 5/100ths in Omaha, 11/100ths in Lincoln and Beatrice, quarter of an inch in Hebron, half an inch in Grand Island. Now, this isn't going to be perfect, but this is just what one model is saying for the potential for precipitation through Friday night. Now, what are the models saying? Well, first off, we'll look at what the Storm Prediction Center is saying. Now, this is a level 1 marginal risk. So that means we're over here, the lowest of the low, the marginal risk. That means that you'll see one or two strong, maybe severe storms. Hail is probably not going to happen, but maybe some damaging wind, 60, 65 mile per hour wind gusts. That's what we're looking at as these storms move from west to east. So the Storm Prediction Center has a level 1 marginal risk from about the Panhandle. I mean, this is a fairly long, or wide, I guess, 326 miles worth. Well, if you go over here, it's like 365. It goes way over here too, 500 miles. In fact, let's zoom out. If you're going to be somewhere else, this is a big area, but it's a big area of next to nothing. I mean, it's a marginal risk, but you go from all the way from the south all the way to the north, and you're looking at, it's about 825 miles. That's a big area. It really is. Okay, so let's get to it. Is there a risk for tornado? No. Is there anybody way up here, way up north in northern Minnesota into the Dakotas? All right, how about large hail? Not for Nebraska. How about, way up north. I've always wanted to go here. Never been there. I've been as far north as up here, Duluth, but I've never gone into like the Arrowhead area. I've been in northwestern Wisconsin, but I've never been way up here. Got to do that sometime. Okay, damaging wind. I think everybody has a chance at seeing damaging wind. And that's, your 50, 60, 65 mile per hour wind gusts is probably, did you hear that one? There's another firework that was right outside. So damaging wind, that's the main concern for much of this period of time. So what's going to happen? Well, this is Friday morning, 10:30, and we're watching it's this wave right here that starts it off. And it quickly turns into a line of storms. This is probably the best threat right here for the severe part of this, from Valentine through Mullen towards North Platte down to McCook and into Imperial, southwestern Nebraska. So this area right here, Sandhills, north central Nebraska, southwest corner of Nebraska, that's probably your best bet for that strong. Any of these storms right here could have that damaging wind, because you can kind of see it's got a little bit of the reverse C. That's usually when you start to see the wind blowing out. Now right here, this could do it too, because it's a little more linear, a little more up and down. So this may be past the severe weather point, but still, we might see some strong wind gusting out of these storms. Then it starts to weaken. We get past sunset now. This is 10 p.m. This is peak fireworks time, 4th of July, peak fireworks. And notice, I'm not going to point out where the storms are. I'm going to point out where the storms are not. Here and here. So you've got a large part of Nebraska that looks rain-free for peak fireworks blowing off time. It's just this northeast to central to south central Nebraska that has the better chance at seeing the storms. Now this could move a little over here, could come a little bit over, could slow down, but for all intents and purposes, that central Nebraska corridor is probably during the 10 p.m. time frame where the best chance for storms will be. Then it just continues to fizzle out. It lost the heating of the day. It's kind of lost its energy. So by the time it gets into eastern Nebraska, a lingering shower or thunderstorm possible by 6 a.m. So that's that. Then we wait. See that though? There's a little something there. See that? Between Columbus, Omaha, and Lincoln by 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. But that's this model. So there's another chance on Saturday for basically the western quarter of the state and the very far southeastern portion of Nebraska. Now, let me go back and show you this one model so I can show you the potential. See that right there? This right here doesn't look like much, but there's some other models that kind of ramp that up a little bit more. So that's this area right there. That's this portion for the severe potential. Now this over here is a little bit different. They're kind of a different timing. So let's look at that. This is a stormcast for Saturday afternoon, July 5th. That right there is probably what the marginal risk is for. And there's about 2 or 3 other models that are saying no storms in eastern Nebraska Saturday afternoon and evening. This one is saying that and it's been consistently saying that there's this chance for storms right there. Let me move it back just a little bit. See, that kind of goes right over Lincoln, hits Omaha right about there, right over Lincoln there, and then it quickly moves out, and that's about it. So these are really, I mean, you got to look hard for the chance for these strong storms. So I think it's just enough of a chance, and with everybody being out, and it's kind of that time of year where everybody wants to be doing something outside. So if there's even just the smallest risk for some severe weather, the Storm Prediction Center is going to say, hey, just a heads up, something may happen. And then this is 7:30, and by 9:30 you're looking at basically nothing going on. So just to kind of look at that again, your best chance for afternoon and evening storms for the Lincoln and Omaha area, Beatrice, probably between 5 and 7 or 8 o'clock at night, so before sunset. And then it quickly goes away. So that's the threat. It's not a lot. It's just enough that if you're out camping, if you have a picnic, if you're going to be on a lake somewhere, just make sure you have a radar handy on your an app, way to be alerted should there be severe weather in your area. Keep an eye on the sky. Put notifications on for me on YouTube, and that way if I go live, something's probably happening, and you can watch live while I'm showing everybody what's going on, because I work tomorrow, so I'll be here. So if you want to follow along, if something's going on, I'll try to be live on YouTube, so that way everybody can see what's going on. So that's it. Stay safe. Happy 4th of July. We'll see you next time. Bye.